So here are a couple of examples from our section where we're measuring angles or naming angles. And the first question is really, what are two other names for angle 1? So when you're naming angles, they have to be definitive. You have to make sure you can name them so that that's the only angle it could possibly be. So usually what you do is you look for letters on the angle. So angle 1 is right here. We probably will take a look at that letter, and that letter. I actually like to use my finger or my pencil, and I actually draw the angle with my pencil or my finger like this, and I can follow the lettering. So I can go J, M, K. M is the vertex, so M has to be in the middle. So when I want to name this angle, I'm going to use the angle symbol first of all, and then I'm going to go J, M, K. You also could go K, M, J that way, so it could be angle KMJ. Now, sometimes it's okay to name an angle by just the vertex, angle M, for example. In this case, it's not going to work because angle M, you don't know if you're talking about this angle or this angle, angle 1 or angle 2, so you cannot use the name angle M. So these are the only two ways you could name it. Well, you could also say angle 1. All right, so if we're going to measure an angle, and we're going to start by measuring angle LKH. So again, I'm going to use my trick for drawing the angle out with my pencil. So I'm going to start with LKH. So I start with L, L's right here, L to K to H. So there's the angle I'm interested in measuring. So I've already got a protractor setting on top, and I said earlier in the notes that you want to put the vertex right here in the center. So there's the whole hole of the protractor right there, and then you want to line up one side of the angle along the 0 mark. Over here is where I've got it marked. So where it starts at 0, we want to use the upper scale because we want to start with the 0, not at the 180. At the 0, and we're going to count up this way. Well, we're only going to go up to where the L line is. So if we look, it's 10, 20, 30, 35. So this measure is 35 degrees. That's how you use a protractor to measure. If I want to measure angle NKJ, I start with N, I go over to K, and I go to J. J's up here. NKJ, so there's the angle I want. I put the center right there on that hole. I have this sitting on the 0 mark. This time we're using the lower scale. That's where the 0 is. And we're going to work our way up to the J line, which looks like it's at 90, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. So that is a 90-degree angle. We also could mark it with this symbol here to show that that's the right angle. And so there's a couple of ways that you can measure some angles.